Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE that just closed, making a turnaround in green territory. Of course, after the red day we had yesterday, the all share climbing by more than 1/3%, that largely coming from the Resources 10 complex. That surged almost 3.5%. We have seen the gold counters and Valterra doing the heavy lifting today. On the other side of the spectrum, for the financial 15 leading in those losses, declining by almost 1.5%. Industrial 25 softening by more than 0.8%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the U.S. markets, and in monetary policy there we got comments from Fed official Christopher Waller saying that the central banks should start cutting interest rates when it meets in 2 weeks' time. In labor market data, there were less job openings than expected in July. And in company news, Alphabet stock rocketed 9%. This is after the U.S. Department of Justice ruled that Google doesn't have to divest from its browser Chrome. Those markets quite mixed, with the Dow being the only bourse in red territory, softening by almost 1.5%. But the DAX with a gain just shy of 1%, and the S&P 500 climbing by more than 0.4%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the European markets, and optimism all around there, with the CAC 40 leading in those gains, eking out a gain just shy of 1%. The FTSE 100 climbing by more than 2/3%, and the DAX ticking up by more than 0.5%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand remaining relatively stable, a little bit stronger against the US dollar than we saw yesterday at around this time. Standing at 17 rand 65 against the greenback, the rand against the pound at 23 rand 74, and the local unit against the euro at 20 rand 62. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.16, pound dollar at 1.34, and the yen just above 148 against the greenback.